In the Know for Wednesday, June 23, the 174th day of 2021. There are 191 days left in the year. Good morning, MB. Guiding you through In the Know at K105 on Litchfield's Country Station, 1039 The Moose. Live online at K105.com via the Apple and Android smartphone app. Using the SoundCloud or iTunes podcast on Facebook Watch, on YouTube Live, on Periscope. And the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we'll update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. We will also say good morning to George Lindsay. He's got a Stupider Than George segment for us. And we will have the return of the quiz show sensation sweeping the nation. That and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Beach. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm still trying to get my seat adjusted back from Mr. Dennis Cook yesterday.
UConn moved you around so you can't get settled, can't get your nest made. I know you to be a creamy peanut butter fan.
Oh, yeah.
You prefer the creamy. Is that out of habit or because you don't like, is just the way you were raised, or you don't like crunchy? Why do you choose creamy?
I didn't really have peanut butter until later in life.
Okay.
My mom was never one to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Right.
I'm not a huge fan of nuts.
Got it. Okay. Well, the reason I ask is that it may be revealing about personality. 63% of those who prefer crunchy peanut butter describe themselves as optimists, compared to 56% of those who prefer creamy. Other personality traits for creamy fans include being more of an early bird and being more introverted. Their crunchy counterparts, on the other hand, are more likely to be night owls and extroverts. So, in ways that lines up with you, and in ways that it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because you would probably choose yourself to be more on a pessimist side than an optimist side. I know you just like to be realistic is what you're going for. So, but some of those others don't make any sense either. So I don't know. We say good morning over there to the Grayson County Extension Office's ag agent. She's having a big day today. Spinning plates, wearing many hats. It's Ms. Whitney Carmen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
I'm glad to be back.
Been a couple of weeks since you've been here.
Has,
You sent one of the other Charlie's Angels last week instead, but you all are having a big day today.
We are. We're really excited.
Your new facility down on Quarry Road.
Yeah.
You called it yesterday your grand opening. Is it
Yes.
ribbon cutting, reception? What's going on?
It is. We're going to have our grand opening today at 10, so I'm going to hop out of here a few minutes early so I can get there on time.
Sure.
But
Okay.
it is going to be from 10 to 12, and anybody, that's interested in joining and seeing the new office, we're going to have a little ribbon cutting, and the chamber's going to be there, and we're going to have some refreshments and guided tours through the office.
Bible school cookies and Kool-Aid?
No, I think
Something like that?
I think it's cupcakes.
Oh, cupcakes. All right. Well, that's fine, too, but that's between 10 and noon today.
Yes, it is.
It is a facility very worthy of being proud of by the community. To see it come up out of the ground and come to life, and now you all to be operating from it. It is it's quite remarkable. Is it as nice on the inside as it looks from US 62?
It's fabulous. I love it, and it's great because it's very refreshing, very open, very airy, very inviting. And so I really encourage folks that if you're kind of wondering what it's like, no, it don't have to be today. Come in and see us, because we offer a lot of different things and different programs.
Right.
So come see us and check it out, and we'll be glad to have you.
It looks like it would be very lofty inside because of the height. Like there should be a lot of open space.
There is. And of course we've just moved in, and so we've got a lot of, decorating still left to do, but there's room to put some collages and different things that represent Grayson County agriculture, family, consumer science, youth, in those open areas. So we're looking forward to that.
You've been around a long time when you can remember. So in my case, I know of all three most recent extension offices. The old hospital was where it was when I was a youth, and then you got your new facility on Commerce Drive.
Yes.
And now your new facility on Quarry Road.
Right.
And I think I pointed it out back last fall, and it caught her by surprise. But Kendra Jones has worked in the last three.
She has.
Hasn't she?
Yes. Well, and I think that Jack Ewing will be there, which is my predecessor, Kendra's dad, and he talks about his first day at the office, which actually started out at the courthouse.
Okay.
So he was in the basement of the courthouse before they were in the old hospital. So it's been around. Extension has been here for a while. It's just, we've evolved and we're being active in the community, and this is going to be a great place for folks to do programming.
Yeah. When you know all 3 extension offices, and now 4, thanks for reminding me, and then I know the last 3 libraries, I call the courthouses. I call the courthouses old, medium, and new. That's how it happens. But I'm happy for you all in your new facility.
Awesome.
It looks wonderful. It is you mentioned the chamber. It's the Chamber of Commerce weather day today. One more less humid day, and so you better get out and enjoy it, because heavy rain coming back for the weekend. We'll get a stormy pattern through the weekend with some heavy downpours in play. Be warm and muggy as well, so just take advantage of this beautiful day today. We'll see partly cloudy and 82. They bumped that high up just a little bit from yesterday. We kind of expected this time yesterday to top out in the 70s today, but we'll probably get to 81, 82, something like that. Mostly clear, 62 tonight. Partly cloudy and 88 for tomorrow. The low temperature this morning for Litchfield, 49 degrees.
I know it.
We got
So
down
crazy.
to 49
It feels
for a
like, I
moment.
said, what is this football weather creeping into baseball weather for? Come on now.
Yeah, but
I'm not complaining.
The extremes that we get in the
Yes.
afternoons where it's warmer and muggy. I think, boy, the other day it was 49 and it felt so
great.
It felt so nice. An attempt to federalize election processes failed in the U.S. Senate yesterday. The Democrats' sweeping attempt to rewrite U.S. election and voting law stalled in the Senate yesterday, blocked by a wall of Republican opposition to what would have been the largest overhaul of the electoral system in a generation. The bill, known as the For the People Act, would touch on virtually every aspect of how elections are conducted, striking down hurdles to voting that advocates view as the civil rights fight of this era, while curbing the influence of money in politics and limiting partisan influence over the drawing of congressional districts. One of the things that I would like to remind everyone when you consider this issue is that we are a republic. Right? We are not one country. We are a republic of these United States. So we have 50 different ways, perhaps, of doing things, and it's the independence of the states and the states' rights that get to determine who their representatives are. Now, to be a member of, say, the U.S. Senate, you have to meet certain criteria, and we have to follow some of the federal laws because the U.S. Senate is a federal entity.
Right.
But as far as the way we elect local leaders, the way we elect state leaders, that's completely up to us. So by trying to federalize the election process is problematic. If you want to start your own country that's just a country that is not a republic and it's just, no divisions whatsoever, go start one. But that's not how our Constitution was framed when our nation was formed around 1776, when we decided, it took a while from once we declared our independence, it took a while to frame the rest of the Constitution, obviously. Thank you, Hamilton.
Right.
But, it's so we can't just decide, no, this hadn't worked. We're tired of the way this goes. Let's just do something different.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Edmonson County's Redneck Rave is making the news. It resulted in, I'm sorry, it is in Edmonson County. I didn't do that intentionally.
I know that you didn't.
14 arrests, several severe injuries, impalement through someone's abdomen. The Edmonson County Sheriff's Office has released the details. I will tell you of a big long weekend over there with injuries and arrests and fights, and it's. I didn't realize that this facility was there until one Sunday morning, just on my way to church, minding my own business, and I'm on the parkway, and I noticed there are mud-covered ATVs and trucks and everywhere. I'm like, where are all these coming from? And it's after one of these long weekends where they break on Sunday morning and they go back to their homes, and they come from far and wide to this. So it's a big congregation of people, but it also can turn into something dangerous.
Yes.
if you're in law enforcement looking to serve warrants and find fugitives, and it may be shooting fish in a barrel. If you look at some of the arrest numbers out of it, but I continue to be impressed with the number of people that this facility draws. It's remarkable.
It's crazy.
That whole realm is very, very popular right now, I think, and you see a lot of money being spent on those RTVs that are more expensive than some vehicles, honestly.
So. I look at it and think, wow, that's a nice rig there. I assume there's a pretty penny involved in that. The Ohio County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in identifying a person of interest in a theft case. Sheriff Tracy Beatty said his office is working a theft case involving a female seen in surveillance photographs. The person of interest appears to be between 25 and 35 years old with dark shoulder-length hair. If you're watching us, you can see her on your screen. I see she went for the boob tattoo option.
Oh, dear.
Or would that be the heart?
It's the chest.
Ladies, I need to ask you all, if you do that in that particular spot, is that putting a tattoo over your heart? Is that the move? I don't know anything about tattoos, nor...
I have a tattoo, but it's definitely not on my chest.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Well, again, I try not to... She has to make her own choices, do her own thing. That was the first thing I saw whenever the...
Doubt that it's for the heart, over the heart. I'd say it's probably for publicity, if I had to guess.
Attention.
A billboard of sorts?
You go. Yeah, a billboard. There you go. That's a good way to look at it.
Kentucky is offering financial incentives for children to do some summer reading. 4 Kentucky children will each win $1,000 to put toward a college savings account this year by participating in a summer reading program at their local public library. The Kentucky Department for Libraries and Archives said the Higher Education Association Authority and Kentucky Saves 529 launched the Go Wild College Savings Summer Reading Sweepstakes. Sponsored by the state, Kentucky Saves 529 helps people save for their education. You can go to kysaves.com/GoWild for more information, or I would venture a guess that our wonderful Grayson County Public Library has all the details as well. Go ahead.
I wish those incentives were offered when I was doing the
Right.
summer
There's
reading
some great
program.
programs, yes.
Because when I was a kid, I was winning. Like, winning.
Well, this story reminded me how much the incentives have been enhanced from the old days. First, I have some concerns. You've heard me say recently, I just hate for us giving these inflated lottery prizes to people for doing the right thing.
Right.
You know, we've kind of crossed over to, we started, back in the old days, if you got A's and B's on your report card, you could go into the Burger Queen there on South Main Street and you could get yourself a cheeseburger, like for all A's and B's. Now you're looking at that and you go, a cheeseburger? I wouldn't walk across the room for a cheeseburger.
So is it a way to get, because last year, I don't know, I feel like libraries were really used, well, they were closed last year. I was going to say, is it a way to try to get people back into the library system? Is that, I don't know. I guess I could ask Miss Kendra because she's on the library board.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think what it is, though, it's an indictment on how we're having to beg and plead people to do things by shoving all these chips out on the table to just do what they're supposed to do anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And if it was a cheeseburger in 1978 and it's
$1,000,
$1 million lottery to get a vaccination in 2021, where are we going to be 40 years from now?
Really inflated.
I think I got stickers or something
Yeah.
for reading
Hey,
the most books.
hey, young lady, here's a nice pencil with an eraser. Enjoy
Or you
it.
get to, or we had the Pizza Hut had the little vouchers. You go get a personal pan pizza.
Yes.
That's what we had.
Yes, absolutely. Overhauling Kentucky's outdated technology for processing jobless claims could take up to 3 years. Lawmakers were told yesterday as they delved into problems with the pandemic-stressed unemployment insurance system. The state is in the latter stages of selecting a contractor to take on the task of reworking and rebuilding the claims processing system. In the meantime, Kentucky labor officials are looking for ways to make more immediate improvements. That's because of the longer timeline needed to replace the system's antiquated computer system, which is expected to cost around $40 million.
So you're going to, well, never mind. You're going to spend, give that to the people that need the money from unemployment.
Can we just set up little booths in each county. So there's 120 counties. So 40 million divided by 120. Mm-hmm. So you give everybody a stack and they just come through. Mm-hmm. It seems like we're going to spend 40 million to distribute 30 million. I don't know the math
doesn't
on
add
that,
up,
but
no.
it does strike me as just odd. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Attorney General Daniel Cameron joined a coalition of 22 attorneys general in a letter urging congressional leaders to maintain the Hyde Amendment, which prohibits the use of federal money to fund abortions in the 2022 budget. The Biden administration removed the amendment language from its proposed budget, despite its inclusion in federal budgets for the last 45 years. Cameron said the Biden administration's omission of the Hyde Amendment from its proposed budget is disappointing and runs contrary to the values and beliefs of Kentuckians who unapologetically stand for life. So you can continue to follow those details, but it's almost one of those omission things. Mm-hmm. I think if we'll remove it, maybe you won't notice. Sometimes it's harder to just move something aside rather than add something later. Mm-hmm. I also saw this headline that a funeral will be held this week for a Kentucky soldier killed during the Korean War. The remains of Army Corporal Burl Mullins will be interred Saturday at Osborne Cemetery in the Dorton community in Pike County after a funeral service in Virgie. Virgie. Never heard of that little town in Kentucky. Mullins was a Dorton native and was a member of the Heavy Mortar Company, 3rd Battalion, 31st Infantry Regiment, 7th Infantry Division, when he was reported missing in action November 30th, 1950. His unit had been attacked by enemy forces near the Chosin Reservoir in North Korea. His remains could not be recovered after the battle, and it was later learned he had been taken prisoner of war. He was 23 years of age. North Korea turned over his remains in 2018. They were identified through DNA and connections made, and he will be returned home to Kentucky. I love these stories.
I was going to say, the last time I was here, I think we had a Pearl Harbor.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Survivor.
And
not survivor, but
I think what it's a wonderful, it kind of go back to the honor flight, and that we had over the weekend, and just whatever it takes to bring these soldiers, in this case, someone who paid the ultimate price for their nation, returning them home to Kentucky soil is important. And also a similar headline kind of along those lines, which really it puzzled me, and then I think it kind of excited me. An Iowa cemetery is bringing people's stories back to life with QR codes. So if you go to restaurants now, you QR code and you get your menu on your phone. And so for years, the stories of those interred at Woodland Cemetery in Des Moines, Iowa were buried along with the dead. Now those stories are being brought to life once again. So some of the founding fathers of this town, to tell the story, they've placed QR codes near the headstones. And so that when people visit the cemetery, they can scan, and a video comes to life, and it gives them a history report on who they were, the significance that they served. Wow. And so I guess this is the way of the future,
I was gonna say,
isn't it?
Are we all going to have QR codes on our
We used to be very limited, a date of birth, a date of death, who we were, like a loving mother, or like any of those things. And now you're just going to be able to scan those things and just kind of come up immediately with. I think
that's kind of neat.
I think
honestly.
I think
like it. Well, it makes me think about the movie. How your memories. How you're going to remember people, and so it makes me think about Coco, because you got to remember people in order to.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it's extremely exciting. I'm kind of fascinated with how that's going to go. So nonetheless, we got to get to a break. We'll come back. We got plenty more on the way here on In the Know.
So, how can I promote my new curbside pickup service?
It's possible with Staples Connect.
I need custom floor decals that'll get noticed, not just walked on.
Also possible. Staples Connect can help your business marketing materials. Now get $10 off signs, banners, or posters when you spend $50 or more. Explore what's new at your local Staples. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. N73 valid in-store and online. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
At Bowles Builders, demand is through the roof. To keep up, his business needs a stronger foundation.
Cut the saw, all right? Just one sec. Bowles Builders, this is Bow. This weekend? Yeah, we can do it.
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Leggett & Platt in Litchfield has a new way for you to give yourself a $3 per hour raise. Just show up, do your job, stay until you should, go home when it's time, and earn $3 extra per hour. Sound too good to be true? It isn't. Contact Leggett & Platt today to start working now. Apply in person today at 435 Ed Embry Drive in Litchfield. $3 an hour more just for doing your job. Find out how and get started now. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity employer.
Why start your day with when you can start it with? Make it McDonald's for breakfast. Wake up to a flaky bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit made with smoked applewood bacon. And enjoy it with a refreshing iced coffee and flavors like caramel, French vanilla, and sugar-free French vanilla. Get a large for just $2. Start your day with McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
So, next week we have baseball practices, a sleepover, tennis camp, and a pool party. And why are you moaning?
Because our kids' summer schedules make my head hurt.
It would be easier if we could all stay connected.
You're right. We should all just stay home.
No, we should go to Bluegrass Cellular. Right now, iPhone SE is $0 per month. We can get our family the right device and peace of mind. Plus, it has portrait mode and a long battery life.
Seriously?
Yep. It's perfect for capturing memories, summer gets easier to manage, and Bluegrass Cellular has helpful support in-store and online. Tools and tips that can help our family stay connected, our way.
I feel better already.
Glad I could help. Now for a limited time, hurry into Bluegrass Cellular and get an iPhone SE for $0 a month when you activate a new line. Restrictions apply. Buy online now at bluegrasscellular.com or your closest store. Bluegrass Cellular, your community, expanded.
Peloton is getting into the wearable business. Bloomberg says the workout equipment and app company is working up a digital heart rate armband. Device will pair wirelessly with Peloton's bike and treadmills, along with phones and everything else. The heart rate band will be able to capture the intensity of workouts, providing users more accurate data. Zoom is adding a new field for pronouns that'll appear in parentheses next to people's names in calls. They'll also be visible under people's names on their profile cards. People can decide whether they want their pronouns to be shared in meetings and webinars. What a concept, a little chit-chat before you fall in love. Tinder's new Hot Takes feature allows first-time users to chat with each other before they match. A timer during the session will tick down, allowing users to choose whether it expires and move on or complete a match. Also coming to the dating site, the option to add videos to your profile, and an Explore tab where users can find people based on shared interests. Tech Report, Larry Olson, NBC.
I will name him George, and I will hug him and pet him and squeeze him.
George of the jungle, strong as he can be.
Not a bunny.
It is Wednesday, and we say good morning through the magic of modern technology. It's so 20th century. Oh, wait, here we are in the 21st century. We say good morning to our dear friend, George Lindsay, who is live in Houston this morning. Morning, George. We're doing well. I haven't seen you in a few weeks. Happy to... I think we might still be workshopping that just a little bit to understand where the emphasis goes on the syllables, but it is definitely on the short list. You got to come home over the weekend, I saw, and spend some time with your sons.
What?
Yes.
Wonderful.
She certainly can if she wants to. The other thing I would offer is I think this swing is probably mere feet from where I grew up.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it. If I could see behind the house, I think I could see it from the front yard of where I grew up. But your two sons, Matt is one, yes? Yeah. I wonder. No, it's all right. I'm curious to know how many nights a week your brother-in-law sleeps on that. So while you were out in the backyard, you might have had your eye peeled to the sky. Did you see the B-25 Show Me bomber got to come through the area on Sunday? Hey, George, I don't know if do you know if you're on your video camera, is your microphone muted by any chance? And if it is, can you unmute that? Yeah, Sam needs a different, Sam needs a different feed.
Okay, Sam, sorry, Sam.
Sam will get over. They just passed me a note and said, we're getting you on radio, but the video audience is not hearing your, your audio.
Sure, yeah. You're duplicating things.
You're doing it well. You're doing it very fine. I also saw that you mentioned your New York City trip, which I love the exteriors of, but you seem to me that you ate well.
Oh, I always eat well.
Me too.
Eat well. Right? That's part of the fun, right? I will say one of the most interesting things that we did. And again, this was in New York. My wife made me go on an afternoon tea. And I don't know about your part of Grayson County, but down in Dog Creek, we didn't do a whole lot of afternoon teas in Dog Creek there. But we did an afternoon tea, and it was an absolute blast. I had the best time and just played along with it. It was a big thing for my wife. But, yeah, we always find good food. Deanna's dad was in the food business, and so we grew up, appreciating good food and trying out little places around. And actually, the tea place was the same kind of thing as this little bitty shop in New York, and so is the pizza. You find the little places, you don't go to the big ones, and you always find something good there. But yeah, we really had such a good time in New York City, which is about as far away as you can get from Dog Creek, Kentucky.
It is a long way. I guess you in New York City was similar to Buddy the Elf in New York City.
Well, I always like to think maybe I'm dating myself here, but you all remember Green Acres?
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's always me when I go to New York. I'm the country bumpkin. The country mouse come to town, as they say. So, but I love going there. I would never, ever in a million years, you could not pay me to live in that city, but I do love to visit. So.
Yeah, it would be rough. Did you have any, just quickly, did you have any chicken wings while you were there as part of your afternoon tea? That's not that's not tea fare, is it?
No, I don't think so. I don't, yeah.
Have you encountered yet that there's a wing shortage in our nation?
No, I have not. Now, see, I'm not a big chicken wing guy. I should ask my son Matt because he's the big chicken wing guy. But I haven't noticed that. That is, chicken wings not usually on my menu.
There are some restaurants like Wingstop where it's in their name that because they can't get wings, they're having to shift appetites to the thigh. Chicken thighs instead of chicken wings. There's something about that just
doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound as appeling, although
I've always been a breast and thigh guy myself.
Yes, so. I've heard that rumor. I've heard that rumor. I think we have time for Stupider. I always want to look to the sky when I hear that.
Than George! Stupider than George!
Yeah, go ahead.
We have some interesting things to talk about. I have a Florida story. I mean, you can't do a segment called Stupider Than George and not have a Florida segment on there. We'll get to that in about 60 seconds. But I do want to talk about asking all of you, real quick, what are some little things that you do to keep that bond of love strong in your relationship? Oh. Christy, you want to start?
Yes, she does.
Oh, it's more of what Mark does. So it's always like a cheek kiss or a kiss bye, hello, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All
right.
Yeah.
A greeting.
Mark.
Greetings. Yeah, similar thing, but I was also going to say, whispering sweet nothings in her ear, like, I'm hungry.
Now that, okay.
I'm thirsty. Thing. All right.
All right. Any other
Whitney?
Nothing. Whitney.
My husband makes my baby's bottles for me every night.
That's awesome.
Gosh, that's good.
Yeah.
So
that's the current love language.
That you all have a strong chain of love, then maybe you would understand this story, because there's a couple that back on Valentine's Day, they've been married for over 10 years, and they decided to demonstrate the strength of their bond, if you will, by chaining themselves together. They chained themselves together, and that happened 123 days ago on Valentine's Day. And yesterday, they took big bolt cutters and cut the chain apart and filed for divorce.
Oh.
I have so many questions.
Yes, lots of questions.
The husband said that being chained to his spouse 7 days a week, 24 hours a day for 123 days is, quote, a hell I wouldn't wish on anyone.
So they survived COVID, but they couldn't survive from February. Yeah. Wow.
We're not really sure why they got involved in this, but we do know that they are stupider than George.
Absolutely.
And our next story comes out of Florida, and the name is just so good. We got to have this story. Police say they arrested a woman for drunk driving after she crashed into a parked car at Taco Bell. Sounds about right.
Yes, that does sound about right. It happens to the best of us, I think, from time to time. Hey.
She ran from police when they pulled up after the crash. They did arrest her. And the thing about this story that made me put her on Stupider Than George is her name. Her name is Kanisha Booze.
Kanisha Booze. How appropriate. Living up to your namesake. I got it.
Because she is Stupider Than George.
There you go. This week's Stupider Than George. Hey, George, hang around. The quiz show sensation sweeping the nation is coming back. It makes a return here in a moment on In the Know.
High-speed internet is coming to Grayson County. Your trusted electric provider, Warren RECC, is partnering with NCTC, a 70-year communications veteran, to bring high-speed internet to more than 7,000 homes and businesses in Grayson County. Visit fiberforgrayson.com to register your interest today. Working from home, virtual schooling, gaming, or simply streaming your favorite show is more important than ever, and Warren RECC and NCTC are here to help.
With lots of great water features like fountains and slides. Plus, there's even a lap lane. LAC is great for groups or individuals, and pavilion and facility rentals are available. Get a group of friends or the whole family together and spend an entire day at the Litchfield Aquatic Center on East Carroll Gibson Boulevard in Litchfield.
Homeowners, especially on the lake, have most likely experienced or will experience water erosion on their properties. There is a solution and preventative measures that can protect against this type of erosion. With the help of products and service from Scotty's Contracting and Stone, Crushed Rock Road Enhancements can provide erosion control and shoreline protection. Well-designed and maintained erosion control helps ensure that today's beautiful and safe landscapes remain so tomorrow. To discuss erosion control and shoreline restoration solutions with Scotty's Contracting, call 270-259-5696.
Your choice of lifestyle directly affects your health. And while there are many complex factors surrounding your lifestyle, sometimes the simple truth is that you just need to feel better. Well, rest assured, your feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know you and your lifestyle so we can provide sound advice on ways to improve your overall health. So whether your goal is to maintain a healthy lifestyle or overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
There's a place full of summer fun and thrills for the whole family, where you can fly on world-class coasters and spin, play, and laugh together, where you can ride, slide, and splash the day away. Visit Kentucky Kingdom and Hurricane Bay. 2 parks for one low price. Check out KentuckyKingdom.com for more information and to purchase discounted tickets.
At the University of Kentucky, there are no bounds to our campus, no limits to our ambitions. Now you can earn a degree from UK anywhere. Every day we're expanding our reach and impact for a world that moves faster and demands more. Over 30 degrees and certificates, 100% online, from Kentucky's flagship university. We're prepared to adapt, grow, build, challenge, and succeed. Together. Find your program at uky.edu/UKonline.
That's what they taste tonight, folks.
Oh, that's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
My boys are the 10th generation to farm in Kentucky.
We take a lot of pride knowing that what I set on the table is a good product.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. You're getting an excellent quality product.
We believe in what we produce, we feed it to our own family, and we're happy to share it with your family. Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky, feeding the world.
Sponsored by the Kentucky Agricultural Development Fund.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Twin Lakes weather. Slightly warmer temperatures are in the forecast for today as highs climb into the upper 70s and the low 80s. We keep the low humidity and sunshine across the region all day long. We'll gradually warm into the upper 80s for highs tomorrow. We keep those upper 80s through the end of the week as rain chances eventually return. From the Wave 3 News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
The 105 Days of Summer is powered by Litchfield Exterminating, here on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to In the Know. MB here, Beach is over there, Whitney is over there, and George is over there. I'm pointing at Houston right now, George. So I'm pointing at
Very
you.
nice.
Although
Yeah,
it's rude, I'm not supposed to point at you with one finger. I'm supposed to do it more politely like this. So
I was going to say, if one thing real quick, how come Whitney or Christy has not brought up, do you see what I'm wearing today? Orange and blue? I mean, come on.
You all are supposed to notice the fashion influence on.
I know.
That's true. Now, to be clear, George, in defense of them, Christy went to Edmonson County High School, and Whitney went to Breckenridge County High School. So you and I are the actual only Cougars that are in the Brady Bunch shot here that we have at the moment.
Orange cup.
I know, and both of you all have acclimated to the colors.
That's right.
They're just not native colors, so they don't strike out to them.
If you're watching on video,
Looks good.
I do have the orange and blue on. If you're not watching on video, just know that I have the orange and blue on today for Grayson County.
Well, thank you for doing that. But
Yeah, you know,
I
what I can, the little stuff,
I
right?
see you finally closed your Under Armour deal, so that's good. The average person falls asleep in 7 minutes. Today's Did You Know? The average person falls asleep in 7 minutes. George, are you the over or the under 7?
I'm probably under because I'm always tired. I can go to sleep anytime. You know, when you do a morning show and you get up, your alarm goes off at 3:15 in the morning. I can, so I'm definitely under.
I
I'm
can
under
see that.
7 minutes.
Whitney?
Under.
You're under?
Yeah.
Beej?
I think I'm way over.
You think, well, depending upon,
Right.
but depending upon how tired you are. So we are super excited. That sound means the return of the quiz show sensation sweeping the nation. Little jewel we like to call fact or crap that we've had in the mothballs for quite some time. George, did you know this is an actual game? Fact or crap?
I have not. I'm sorry, you cut out for just a minute.
That's all right.
So I missed what you said there. But no, I have not played this. I'm not aware of fact or crap. But I think I'm going to be pretty good at it. You know?
I'm sure you're going to be very good at it. At least 50% of it. If you'd like to play Fact or Crap, call 270-259-6000 now. You're going to get your choice of theme park tickets. You can choose between Beach Bend, Holiday World, or Kentucky Kingdom. And we're going to give you tickets to the National Corvette Museum's karting track. So you get go-kart tickets and your choice of theme park tickets if you can prove that you can defeat the fact or crap machine. It's pretty simple. 270-259-6000. I read a statement. You decide whether the statement is factual or craptual. And you have the help of the show host here to decide whether you want to go with them or whether you want to go on your own. And you must get 2 out of 3. All right,
Okay.
2 out of 3 statements
Two out of three.
that I
All
have
right,
to
2 out
read.
of 3 wins.
That's right. So we're going to get Kathy gets the first shot today. Good morning, Kathy. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We're doing excellent, as you can tell. I think you can probably hear it today. We're glad that you're part of you're around the campfire today. I'm going to read. Kathy, you've been with the show a long time. You know how to play fact or crap, yes?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Here is statement number 1, Kathy.
Okay.
There is a bronze statue of Fonzie in Milwaukee. There's a bronze statue of Fonzie in Milwaukee. It's sad that you might have to explain to our younger members of our audience who Fonzie
I know
is.
who Fonzie is.
But there's a bronze statue of Fonzie in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beach says it's fact. Whitney says it's fact. George, what say you?
I say also it is a fact.
George has got his own sign. He's got
I'm gonna
fact.
have to send him some cards.
Yes, I was thinking about we needed to drop ship him a fact or crap game, which we can probably do. Kathy, so you've got 3 facts here. Do you want to go with them or do you want to go out on your own?
I'm going to stick with them. I think it's a fact.
They say it's fact, and it is a fact. All right, very good. You just got to get one of the next 2. All right. Okay. Here.
By the way, interesting little note, Kathy. I have actually seen that bronze statue of Fonzie.
Great.
I've
Okay.
actually seen it. So yeah. So
I
it
would
is a
bet $100 you stood at the foot of it and said, "Hey."
Actually, my favorite Fonzie episode is where he jumped the shark,
Yeah.
which led to the term
Jumping the shark.
So-
That's right.
So, yeah.
A Denver company got a trademark for the word cheeseburger. A Denver company got a trademark for the word cheeseburger. So I don't think Jimmy Buffett operates in Denver, so that may take into your consideration. Is that fact or crap? Beach says it's crap. Whitney says it's crap, I think.
Sorry.
And George is still writing on his Jeopardy board. George says it's crap. So, Kathy, you've got 3 people. I was about to say you have 3 craps here, but you have 3 people expressing that the statement is crap. So what say you?
I'm going to stick with them because they haven't done me wrong so far. So I'll say it's crap.
You say it's crap. It is a fact.
Really?
A fact. A Denver company got a trademark for the word cheeseburger. I agree with you. I agree with you that it is. All right, you got to get this one, Kathy.
Okay.
The last one is because of a typo. The 1631 Wicked Bible, which I don't know what it is, but the Wicked Bible of 1631, because of a typo, said, "Thou shall commit adultery." Because of a typo, the 1631 Bible says, "Thou shall commit adultery." Is that fact or is that crap? Beach says it's fact. Whitney says she can't decide.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with fact, yeah.
Whitney says it's fact. George, what say you? George says it's crap. Okay, so we have a split jury here, Kathy. What do
well,
you
when
say?
you say typo, I'm thinking
Yeah, that's-
typing, and I don't think they would have a typewriter
That's my
back in the
thing.
That was
1600s.
Well, it was right after Gutenberg came along, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm going to say crap.
You're going to say crap?
There we go. Come on, girl.
Unfortunately, it is a fact. Oh, I'm so
The
sorry.
typo will really
I'm
throw you
I'm
off.
so sorry,
Yeah.
Kathy. That is a fact. I really thought she had it.
You know what? So did I. And here's the amazing thing. I thought if it is a fact that there was a typo that said thou shall commit adultery, that explains a lot of relatives that said they're Bible thumpers, but
All right.
You know what I'm saying.
Whitney's got to duck out, George. But before you go, I need to ask you, in Houston, you've lived in the Southeast United States, if you consider Kentucky part of the Southeast.
Sure. Yeah.
You've now lived in the Southwest United States. In the Southeast, we have that "well, bless their hearts" thing. Well, bless it. That's sometimes what Christy will say. She'll say, bless it. And that's basically what I say, well, bless their hearts. In Houston, do they have, well, bless their hearts in Houston?
Oh, yeah. It's very, you know what? The interesting thing to me is the similarities between Houston and Kentucky and the fact that there are a lot of Kentuckians that live down here in Texas. But absolutely, bless your heart is universal in the South, I'll say, whether it's Southwest or Southeast.
Okay. Have you heard the modification of "well, bless their heart"? Some contemporarily are using it as "well, they're extra," but we've also spun it into something, at least in the local parlance here. Maybe it's just our household, but have you ever heard someone look at someone and say, "Well, there's something"? Well, they're.
I have not heard that.
There's something.
I've heard extra, but I've not heard there's something.
Because
I do it a lot.
you're trying to describe them, and she'll say, "Well, there's something," and or there's something.
That's my way of saying God love it.
There's
Bless
something.
your heart.
It just happens.
Yeah.
But
I can see that though. I may start using that.
I have a list of things here that I want to see if maybe you recognize of signs that you might be something.
Okay.
If you've been married 3 times and you still have the same in-laws.
Oh.
Okay.
And you're something.
That you might be something.
You'd be something.
You'd be something.
If you wonder how gas stations keep their restrooms so clean.
Oh.
you might be something.
Definitely.
If you think a woman who is out of your league goes bowling on a different night. And if your junior prom had a daycare.
Oh, honey. That brought the honey in. Oh, honey. That's something.
You might be something. George, good to see you as always. Look forward to seeing you again next week.
Thanks for letting me jump on for a while. Good to see you.
Glad you did.
Bye, George.
That's George Lindsay. We got to hop to a break. We'll come back. We'll finish it up for the morning here on In the Know.
Achieving great things requires commitment and a can-do attitude, but success is often about knowing when to walk away. Captain Harold Earls was a cadet at West Point when he decided to climb the tallest and most dangerous mountain on Earth, Mount Everest. A goal so immense requires determination and focus, and lots of it, and you can't give up easily. But that steadfast resolve can create a problem. Climbers refer to it as summit fever. It's the idea of being so determined to achieve the summit that you'll foolishly risk everything, even your own life. That's exactly what Harold did. He refused to turn back despite sickness, dangerous storms, and a near-death experience. At one point, blinded by a 70-mile-an-hour wind, he spent hours clinging to a rope while stuck on a patch of ice atop a 7,500-foot cliff. All he could think about the whole time was his pregnant wife at home. Summit fever can lead to bad choices in everyday life as well. You become so focused on that raise, that promotion, or advancing your business that you foolishly risk the most important parts of your life, like your marriage and your relationship with your kids. Success depends on how you define it. The best course is to set your goals and dedicate yourself to achieving them. And if you start to lose sight of what's important, walk away and refocus on what really matters. For more to help you thrive, visit FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Dale.
Leggett & Platt in Litchfield has a new way for you to give yourself a $3 per hour raise. Just show up, do your job, stay until you should, go home when it's time, and earn $3 extra per hour. Sound too good to be true? It isn't. Contact Leggett & Platt today to start working now. Apply in person today at 435 Ed Embry Drive in Litchfield. $3 an hour more just for doing your job. Find out how and get started now. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity employer.
Down, set, 8, 1, 1, 8, 1, 1.
The best football teams always get the call right, and you need to make the right call before you excavate. If you don't and you damage a natural gas line, the Kentucky Public Service Commission will investigate, and you could be fined up to $1,250. So make the right call. Put safety first. Call 811 before you dig.
Touchdown! Oh my goodness!
This message brought to you by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
If you're a student entering a community college or university, check this out. You can save money in college tuition by finishing your degree on time. Just earn 15 credit hours each semester or 30 a year. Do the math. The longer you stay, the more you pay for a college degree. Talk to your advisor and make a plan. Take 15 to finish on time. Get in, get out, get going. Visit knowhowtogoky.org.
This message is sponsored by knowhowtogoky.org.
Why start your day with when you can start it with? Make it McDonald's for breakfast. Wake up to a flaky bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit made with smoked applewood bacon. And enjoy it with a refreshing iced coffee and flavors like caramel, French vanilla, and sugar-free French vanilla. Get a large for just $2. Start your day with McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Sits a ragged tent where there ain't no trees, and that gospel group telling you and me
MB's point to ponder for today.
love's traveling salvation show.
Thought of it earlier this morning. What is the strangest thing you've ever found in your kid's room?
Oh dear.
And so when I thought about posing this to you, I thought, I don't know there's anything particularly odd when it comes to Anna's room, but I will forever remember one of the early vacations that we took when she
God love it.
we were going to Disney World, and we were at the airport in Nashville, and that time it was just Taylor and Anna and the two of us. And we discovered that Anna had a phone book in her backpack. That was probably one of the most odd.
We still laugh about that. It's a funny family joke. But yeah, she packed a phone book to go on vacation.
And she seemed to have what she thought was a very legitimate reason, in case she needed to call someone.
But bless her heart,
But we didn't even know she knew what a phone book was.
Right.
I think. But
she didn't have a cell phone packed in there.
No, there was no cell phone. So it was, she would have either been bumming a phone or a pay phone or something. But it reminded me of that today.
Well, to be fair, I found lots of strange things in her room. So
okay. Well, I'll not put you on the spot, or maybe more importantly, her on the spot of what they were. Also failed to mention earlier today that today is typewriting day. It is Runner's Selfie Day. It's Pecan Sandy's Day. I like about a half of a pecan sandy.
Yeah.
I don't really want a whole one, but I like a half of a pecan
with
sandy.
milk. I can do that.
And it's Let It Go Day today. I hope Elizabeth knows that it's Let It Go Day today so she can sing
Yeah, we may sing that later.
Frozen theme all day. On television tonight, the season 2 finale of Kids Say the Darndest Things, hosted by Tiffany Haddish. I like, and I know I'm speaking for you too, I prefer the Art Linkletter cutaways. It's not that I dislike Tiffany Haddish. I like her more than you like her. I think she's fatiguing to you. Fair enough?
She really is, yes.
I don't really like her catchphrase, "she ready."
Yeah,
because I think it teaches poor grammar in general. But she's pretty funny, and the show is done well. But the most enjoyable ones when they show the old show from the 60s that Art Linkletter was hosting. His facial expressions.
Oh, I love him so much.
Just so amazing. But
I think she's really good with the children, but she does kind of get on my nerves. But I love him so much. There's something about him that reminds me of my papa.
Sure.
Like his facial structure or something.
Yep.
Yeah, something.
Also, the season 8 finale of The Blacklist on NBC, one of the few shows that I have bailed on. I got to, and it was one we were not watching it together. I was watching it because of James Spader, who I really like. But I just got to the point where I don't like this show anymore. It's not any good. So most of the time I'll see shows through, but one of the rare ones that I just said no. And there were 5 episodes stacked up on the DVR, and I said delete.
Well, I guess I thought it was over because
it is to me. It makes me wonder if the season 8 finale is the series finale. I don't know. Today's highlight in history. This date in 1972, President Richard Nixon signed the Title IX legislation. In 1888, this was interesting. I didn't realize this. In 1888, Kentucky plays a role in this. In 1888, abolitionist Frederick Douglass received 1 vote from the Kentucky delegation at the Republican Convention in Chicago, effectively making him the first black candidate to have his name placed in nomination for U.S. president.
Wow, I did not know that.
I knew Frederick Douglass, and I knew his role in history, but I didn't realize the role that Kentucky played in that. I found that to be rather interesting. Birthdays today. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas is 73. Randy Jackson is 65 today. Randy Jackson is 65. That makes him about 472 in dog years. Dog. Little pitchy dog. Jason Mraz is 44, and Melissa Rauch is 41. She played Bernadette Rostenkowski. Wolowitz on The Big Bang Theory. Well, she's got a long name. Yeah. Bernadette Rostenkowski Wolowitz. Gone but not forgotten, Bob Fosse was born this date in 1927. I always am reminded of The Birdcage and that famous scene where Robin Williams does Fosse, Martha Graham when they're working out the choreography.
Yes, I love that movie. But
Fosse, Martha Graham. Just June Carter Cash in 1929, Wilma Rudolph in 1940, and that brings us to chart toppers.
Yay.
See if we can find a chart topper for today. Go all the way back to 1955. Something Smith and the Redheads.
Millions of hearts have been broke.
It's a sin to tell a lie.
Just because these words were spoken. I love you. Yes, I do. I love you.
You don't hear the banjo in number 1 songs much anymore.
No.
I don't know why. Unless it's a hit song by Steve Martin. Or maybe Ray Stevens. 1964. Let's see if we can go there. The Beach Boys, number 1.
I get around, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around.
It's no Wouldn't It Be Nice?
I agree. But it's still pretty good.
It's good. But the Wouldn't It Be Nice presence in 51st Dates is always one to remember when he's at the helm. Let's go to 1973. Billy Preston is number 1. Will It Go Round in Circles? No melody.
I'm gonna sing it to my friends. Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky?
That's one of my favorite songs from the 70s. I don't know why.
Really? I did not know that.
Yep. Will it go round in circles?
I feel like I go round in circles.
Sometimes. Let's go to 1982. Toto, number 1. with Rosanna.
This is one that is fun to sing in your car, like when you're alone.
Well, and also those harmonies when
Yeah.
they go, you better
Because you,
go
if you're alone in your
right
car,
away."
you can hit whichever one.
Absolutely.
Right?
Pick a note.
That's me in the
1991, REM number one with Losing My Religion.
like losing my religion.
He's over there in the corner. I never could. I liked It's the End of the World a little better than Losing My Religion. But, uh-oh. 21 years ago today, Britney Spears was number one with Oops, I Did It Again. A song that has become so woven into pop culture. When someone says oops,
If you don't like at least hear it in your head, like,
well,
right?
yes.
You hear oops.
But to be clear, oops is the first word I ever said to you.
Oh, that is true. Yes,
True story.
that's been a few years ago.
Don't forget, if kids 15 and under between 11 and 1 today, Sheriff Norman Chaffins is giving free shaved ice at Cook Ranch Shaved Ice, along with us and the cooks. That's at Southgate Mall, 11 to 1. First couple of hundred kids, 15 and under. Stop by and see the sheriff. He'll give you a little ticket there. You redeem that at the booth. Great way to kick off this wonderful summer season. So that's on between 11 and 1 today. And then also the open house and grand opening is underway right now until noon at the new Grayson County Extension building there on Quarry Road. So
Yes.
a couple of good opportunities for you today. MB's Pearl of Wisdom. True friendship comes when the silence between two people is comfortable. True friendship comes when the silence between two people is comfortable. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for another edition of our show. For George Lindsay, for Whitney Carmen, for Beej, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
Powered by Heritage Media of Kentucky. WKHG Litchfield, Kentucky, USA. 104.9 FM.